Hello friends, today is again Tuesday, the 20th November 2018. Let's begin. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So today we will see the beginning of the fine material sphere consciousness. So we have in the last lecture we have seen the ending of the sensual sphere consciousnesses by classifying them, and now let's begin with the stanza, which is stanza number 18. Let's see now. So we are seeing now the under the fine material sphere consciousness, which is the rupa vachara chittani. Rupa means which is related to fine material or the imagery. Rupa is actually is also having the meaning of image. Rupa also has meaning. Has the image, rupa vachara, or the imagery, chittas related to image world or the fine material sphere. Let's continue. In the stanza number 18, we are going to see the fine material sphere wholesome consciousness, which is the rupa vachara kusala chittani. Kusala is wholesome, chittani is chittas. Rupa vachara means fine material, related to fine material sphere or related to fine material. So it means rupa vachara kusala chittani means fine material, wholesome chittas, or the fine material sphere, wholesome chittas. So, let's read the 18th stanza. So number 1 is vitakka vichara pīti sukha ekagata sahitam patamajjana kusala chittam. Number 2 is vichara pīti sukha ekagata sahitam dutiya jnana kusala chittam. Number 3 is pīti sukha ekagata sahitam tatiya jnana kusala chittam. Now number 4 is sukha ekagata sahitam chatuda jnana kusala chittam. Number 5 is upekka ekagata sahitam panchama jnana kusala chittanchati imani pancha phi rupavachara kusala chittani nama. So let me read it again. So let me read it a bit faster. So number 1 is vitakka vichara pīti sukha ekagata sahitam patamajjana kusala chittam. Number 2 is vichara pīti sukha ekagata sahitam dutiya jnana kusala chittam. Number 3 is pīti sukha ekagata sahitam tatiya jnana kusala chittam. Number 4 is sukha ekagata sahitam chatuda jnana kusala chittam. Number 5 is upekka ekagata sahitam panchama jnana kusala chittanchati imani pancha phi rupavachara kusala chittani nama. So let's now go into the subject. So in the last lecture we have seen the sensual sphere chittas. We have finished with the sensual sphere chittas, the kamavachara chittani. We have counted the 54 chittas and classified them according to kind, according to feeling, according to prompting, etc. So now we are moving higher, up higher. Now we are moving to the Rupavachara Chittani, or the fine material sphere chittas. So the symbol I have used here is some type of crackers. So the fine material sphere here, which belongs to the good roots, the green dot here with the root, it denotes it belongs to the good roots. And then the flower here, the pink flower, indicates this belongs to the class of jubilant chittas, and non-jubilant chittas are here, which are here actually down. But now we are here, fine material sphere chittas, we are here, which of course belongs to the Lokiya Chittani, which are belonging to the 31 planes of existence. This here also it relates to one of the planes, some type of worlds, which we will see now. So we can see these are 15 in number, and which is divided into fine material sphere wholesome chittas, and then which are the Rupavachara Kusala Chittani, which are 5 chittas in number, and then the fine material sphere resultant chittas, or the Rupavachara Vibhaga Chittani, which are again 5 in number, and then the fine material sphere functional chittas, which are again 5 in number, which is the Rupavachara Kriya Chittani, which are 5 in number. The wholesome chittas is what we can do by our action, and then the resultants are actually when we are born there in such planes, which are related to these fine material spheres. We will have the chittas, these resultant chittas there. We will experience it, and then the functionals is we will see related to the functionals. So now first we will see the fine material sphere wholesome chittas, which are 5 in number, Rupavachara Kusala Chittani. So first let us see so here we have the fine material sphere, which we also call it as FMS chittas, fine material sphere chittas, or the Rupavachara Chittani, which of course belongs to the good rooted chittas, and then which belongs to the jubilant chittas. As you can see, in the Abhdhamma method, or the Rupavachara Chittani which is also called as the Jhana Chittas, the Rupavachara Jhana Chittas, or the fine material sphere Jhana Chittas. So we have 5 in number, which is the first Jhana Chitta, second Jhana Chitta, third Jhana Chitta, fourth Jhana Chitta, and the fifth Jhana Chitta. The fifth Jhana Chitta is also called the Samma Samadhi. So the fifth Jhana Chitta, I have attained this fifth Jhana Chitta to a very weak extent, which we will also discuss in the lectures ahead. So the fifth Jhana Chitta which is the Samma Samadhi, or the perfect Samadhi, or the perfect meditative state, which is the fifth jhana chitta. So which is the here what we see in this is the in the left side is the Abhdhamma method, which we will always refer to, and on the right side on the last we have the Suttanta method, or the method which is according to the Sutta Pitaka, and this one is belonging to the Abhdhamma Pitaka, which has the 5 classifications. And then the in the Suttanta method, the Suttanta method doesn't go very deep to the chittas and doesn't analyze the chittas. So here they classify it according to 4 jhanas: the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana chitta, fourth jhana. Fourth jhana is here the Samma Samadhi. So as you can see, the second jhana of the Abhdhamma method is left out here, which is the intermediate jhana, or the jhana which is left out according to the Suttanta method. So we will not very much refer to the Suttanta method, because the Suttanta method is not very clear about the chittas. The basis of the Abhdhamma method is the chittas. The chittas, or the consciousnesses, is the basis of the Abhdhamma method. But according to the Suttanta method, or the Sutta Pitaka method, the basis is not chittas or the consciousnesses, but it is for the normal people. It is plainly told as having 4 jhanas, or the meditative attainments, meditative states, attainments of meditation. We will see the characteristics of it and the parts of it, and hence how it feels when you meditate and attain it. We will see, and we will not very much look into the Suttanta method. Okay, so as you can see, let's first okay, so so in the first we will see so in the wholesomes, the first jhana, pertaining to the first jhana, we have chitta number 55. Pertaining to second jhana is chitta number 56. Third jhana, pertaining to third jhana, is the chitta number 57. Pertaining to the fourth jhana is the chitta number 58, and the pertaining to the fifth jhana, or the Samma Samadhi, is the chitta number 59. So for example, a meditator who has attained the first jhana, either on the weaker scale, or the mid scale, or the stronger, or the stronger scale, will experience the chitta number 55, which belongs to the fine material sphere, FMS, or the Rupa Bhumi, or the Rupa Vachara Chittani, or the also the Rupa Vachara Bhumi is the planes. We will see about it soon. So, and then the when you are born there, you will experience the experience when you're born according to the first, when you have attained the first jhana, for example, through attaining the chitta number 55, and when you die, if you have not lost the ability of attaining this chitta, the first jhana, or chitta number 55, the wholesome, all the jhana chittas or generally wholesomes, so which can be attained by meditation, generally by meditation, or some people some people can attain it by just like that, or through some type of concentrations, which we will see, and the resultants are here from Chitta number 60 to Chitta number 64, 60, Chitta number 60, we will see about it, and then the functionals are from Chitta number 65 to 69. So yeah, now we will see the jhana parts, or the jhana anga. Jhana anga is the parts. Jhana anga is the jhana parts, which are the I have used the symbol here, CS, some type of CS, or the Chetasika. Chetasika means the yeah, let's also which is the consciousness impressions of the consciousnesses. Okay, so yeah, here the U plus, I have used the U plus, or united with jhana parts. When you get the jhana, this consciousness, Chitta number 55, for example, will be united with the Chetasika, or the consciousness expressions. These consciousness expressions we will see in the next chapter, chapter number 2, which is the chapter of Chetasika, or the consciousness impressions. We will, just give me a minute, we will also see the, 1 minute, we will see what is the, sorry, we will see the, sorry, okay, let's, no, sorry, it's very earlier, so let's, yeah, so here the in the ultimate realities, in the 5 ultimate realities, what we can see is one ultimate reality is rupa, or the matter, and then in the other 3 are the feeling, or the belonging to the Chetasika, or the consciousness impressions, which I have denoted by the symbol of C and S, C hash and S, so, or the consciousness impressions, these 3, and then the consciousness, the 5th one is the consciousness itself. So these 3 are the feeling, or the Vedana Kanda, feeling and perception, or the Sanya Kanda, the aggregate of perception, aggregate of feeling, and the Sankara Kanda, or the mental aggregate of mental fabrications, belong to the Chetasika, or the consciousness impressions, which we will see in the 2nd chapter. In the 1st chapter we are seeing the Chittas. Now we are seeing the Chittas in the, which is the 1st chapter, which we are seeing. We are analyzing the Vijnana Kanda, or the aggregate of consciousnesses, and these are the Chetasika, or the consciousness impressions, we will see in the 2nd chapter. So the jhanas, which we are seeing now, which belongs to the fine material sphere, the Chittas, or the consciousnesses, have the impressions which belong to this side, which belongs either to feeling or perception or the mental fabrications, which are all belonging to the Cetasika or the consciousness impressions. So just give me a minute, we will move this one to there, to that other one. Sorry. Yeah, so here. So let us see. So these are all these chittas will, whether it's wholesome, resultant, or functional, will have the parts, the jhana parts of, for example, in the first jhana, there is the consciousness impression. Here, this is the consciousness impression, which belongs to this class. The class of either it's a feeling or the perception or the mental fabrication class. So the mental, here is the vitakka. Yeah, the parts are vitakka, means reflection. When you sit into meditation, the first level is the what you see when you close your eyes and start to meditate, which is called as the vitakka, or the reflection, or the initial reflection of the mind. So the thoughts keep on going, and it's called as the reflection. As soon as you begin your meditation, you begin to reflect on the things that have happened to you, and then as you go deeper, it goes into scrutiny or further scrutiny, which is called as the vichara. Vichara means scrutiny of the things which are in the mind, or whatever it's happening. For example, a feeling or whatever it is scrutinized. First it's just reflected upon by the mind, and then it is scrutinized, whether it be a feeling or whatever that touches the mind door is reflected upon and then scrutinized. And then after a level of scrutiny, it generates zest or pīti. Pīti is zest, or the feeling of excitement. Feeling of deep, strong excitement is called zest, or pīti is generated in the mind. And then as the mind progresses in meditation more and more, and then the feeling of happiness is generated. Feeling of happiness is generated. Happiness is called sukha. Sukha Vedana, or this is the Sukha or the Sukha Vedana, or the happiness feeling is generated. All these, as you can see, are belonging to the consciousness impressions, or the types of consciousness impressions. The consciousness is the first jhana here, the chitta number 55, but the consciousness impressions that we get, or that is experienced on the outside by us, is like the reflection of the mind, and then scrutiny of the objects, of the objects that come through the mind door, which is the vichara. And then after some time we achieve the zest, or the pīti, or the excitement, strong excitement. And then we experience the feeling of calm happiness, or the happiness. The feeling of happiness is, there is no excitement here, but the happiness is constant. The happiness, we can see, is constant. And then all these, there is the one-pointedness, the jhana anga of one-pointedness, or the ekagata. Ekagata means one-pointedness. Eka is one. Gata is called as, is also the meaning of gata can be taken as the summit, or the height of oneness, or the one-pointedness. Height of oneness is called ekagata, or which is also called the one-pointedness, which is a Cetasika or the consciousness impression, which is a type of consciousness impression. So the Ekagata or the one-pointedness is there in all the jhana chittas, or all the chittas pertaining to the fine material sphere. The one-pointedness is there. So what I can say from my experience is either you meditate or not meditate. Some people can get the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, or the fifth jhana, just like that. Some people, the mind is so pure that it can very easily get the samma samadhi, or the perfect samadhi, or the perfect meditative state. And the sukha feeling, vedana, and the other type of feeling is the equanimous feeling or the equanimity feeling, which is the upekha vedana. So the upekha vedana is the equanimity or the balanced mind, which is not related to happiness or unhappiness, but the balanced state of mind is here. So, for example, let's now move to the wholesome chittas. Let us analyze the jhana anga, the parts of the jhanas. The parts of the jhanas or belonging to the cetasikas or the consciousness impressions. So chitta number 55 we will go through the in the first jhana, or chitta number 55, we will go through the reflection of the mind in the mind, and then scrutinize the objects that are coming through the mind door, and then there comes the excitement. When you get the first jhana, you will certainly feel the excitement, and the happiness feeling will be there, but will not be too strong, and the zest feeling will not be too strong also in the first jhana. To some extent you will feel it, and then the one-pointedness will be there to some extent. So we will also have to know that the one-pointedness cannot stay alone. It joins with at least one of the other cetasikas to function. We will see that later. So in the second jhana, the reflection is not there. There's no need of the mental reflection, but the object that's coming through the mind is directly the concentration or the mindfulness is more stronger here in the second jhana. So instead of reflecting, it is just directly scrutinizing the object that is coming through the mind door, and then the feeling of zest or piti or the excitement is felt, and then there is the amount of a certain level of happiness is felt. Since the reflection is not there, the happiness or the zest feeling is more when compared to the first jhana. In the second jhana it is more, and then one-pointedness is also more stronger than the first jhana. And in the third jhana, we can see there is the object coming through the mind door is there is no need of even scrutiny. It just produces the zest. The zest is automatically produced for somebody who directly attains the third jhana, but those who attain in a stepwise manner the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, etc., the fourth jhana, they come, the objects are coming through the first reflection and then scrutiny, and then the reflection, the cetasika or the consciousness impression of reflection is removed. There's no need of it, and from scrutiny, from scrutiny to one-pointedness, we have in the second jhana, then and then in the third jhana, scrutiny is removed, and from zest, zest and happiness is felt to some extent. Zest is felt to the maximum extent here. And zest is the excitement is maximum in the third jhana. I can say this when I through my own experience, that the zest is very high in the third jhana. And in the Sutanta method, it is the second jhana, but we will not use this method. In the third jhana, the zest is very high, and happiness is felt to some extent, and one-pointedness is much higher than the second or the first jhana. So the happiness, is also higher than the first and the second jhana, but dominated by zest in the third jhana. And when we go to the fourth jhana, zest is left out. There is no excitement, but the feeling of sukha vedana, or the feeling of happiness is very high, is very constant in the and there is one-pointedness, of course. There is very high one-pointedness in the fourth jhana. There is happiness and one-pointedness. There is no reflection. There is no vitakka. There is no vichara. There is no piti in the fourth jhana. We get the happiness feeling, which is so constant. And this type of the fourth jhana is generally experienced on the face, on the head, because we have all the five and six. The thinking, the brain is there on the face, and then the five sense doors of the eye, ear, nose, tongue, and then the touch is already there on the face. So generally the fourth jhana or the third jhana, according to the Sutanta method or the Sutta Pitaka, is experienced on the face, strongly on the face, and you can see one-pointedness. The feeling here is like as though you have for example, you have 10 cups, 10 winning cups, or the winning cups when you win some type of race or some type of competition. If you win some type of 10 or 100 cups, well, the feeling is like that. You will feel very happy. The happiness doesn't come down or increase. It is so constant here. And then moving on to the fifth jhana, we can see it is the feeling is equanimity feeling, or the equanimous feeling, or the upeka vedana is very strong. The happiness is not there. The happiness is replaced by equanimity feeling, and there is one-pointedness along with the equanimous feeling. There is no feeling of happiness at all. You just feel the calmness of the mind, and it is not happy. The mind is not happy or unhappy at all in the fifth jhana. In fact, what I felt in the fifth jhana or the fourth jhana, according to the Sutanta method, we will use the Abhdhamma method, which is the fifth jhana or the Samma Samadhi. I have achieved the Samma Samadhi to a weaker extent, so which is the I felt the equanimous feeling very strongly, but and then there was one-pointedness which I felt for 7 days. The fourth jhana I felt for about 3 days, and then it fell down when the third jhana went away when I got angry or there was the ill will produced in the mind because of something. So I lost it. After that, say after 1 hour or so, I lost the fourth jhana, and then the fifth jhana was there for about 7 days or so. 7 days, I can remember, and then it also fell down. I lost it after I got angry, or there was ill will on the mind. So it's through my experience, I can say that when you get a jhana, you just cool down. You just don't entertain any angry thought or thought of ill will or any type of negative thought in the mind. Then the jhana will fall down. After I experienced the fifth jhana, in the end, on the 7th day, after I became angry also, in about 45 minutes, I lost the fifth jhana. So these jhanas were the chitta number 55. The first jhana, I think I experienced when I was when I experienced for the first time the anapanasati meditation, which I did in Buddhakaya. Yes, and then it was there, I think, for about, say, months together, maybe at least 6 months or so. I think the mind was, by then it was much pure. I think the jhana didn't fall down so easily, and it was first jhana. And last year I experienced the second jhana again in the meditation course, the 10-day meditation course, which I went, and I experienced the second jhana. I suddenly was able to, the hearing was so clear, and there was piti, there was the zest, and there was the reflection, there was scrutiny also, very clear scrutiny. And then the third jhana I experienced after that, which stayed for about, I don't know for how many days the second jhana was there. The second jhana, I think it must have been there for about a week or so, or 10 days, I think so. So the third jhana was there for 3 days or so, and then the fourth jhana was there for 7 days. Sorry, the fourth jhana was there for 3.5 days. The third jhana, the second jhana was, just give me a minute here. The fourth jhana was there for 3 days or so, 3.5 days, and then the fifth jhana was there for 7 days, and the third jhana I experienced in meditation, of course, in the Vipassana meditation course. And then the second jhana, I'm not sure when I probably in meditation, certainly. So let's not go deep into it. Let's first see the bhumis, or the planes, which are related to the jhanas. So before going to these are the planes, the fine material sphere plane, or 16 in number. These are worlds similar to our earth, but the vibrations there, the chittas there, are different. So the realms are 4 in number. So let us first see the Brahma realms, or 3 in number, which relates to the first jhana plane. The Brahma realms are 3 in number, and then the lustre realms, or the radiant beings, or the lustre beings related to lustre, and then the aura realms, or the realms, the lustre realms relates to the to the second and the third jhanas, and the aura realms relates to the fourth jhana. Here the lustre realms relates to 3 planes, and then the aura realms again relates to 3 planes, and then the fifth jhana planes relate to 7 planes are there in the fifth jhana, relating to fifth jhana. And then the in the fifth jhana there is also the pure abodes, or we will see about it later. But till now I have attained to this level, the non-percipient realm, because when I achieved the fifth jhana, I just closed my eyes, and I for about 7 days I generally slept, and I didn't want to see anything. I didn't want to think anything. I didn't want to do anything at all. For about 7 days I was in the jhana, and I can say that it relates to plane number 22 of the non-percipient realm, or beings who don't want to see anything or experience anything. They are born here, and then they don't do anything here. They are born, and then after they die, they are born in some other realms. So this is what I felt here, which is belonging to the weaker level of the fifth jhana. So yeah, so let's just read the names here. In the Brahma realms, which is relating to the first jhana plane, or the plane number 12, which is the Brahma's retinue realm, or the Brahma's helpers here, or born here. And then the just give me a minute, let us connect it to the sorry, 1 minute. Sorry, oh no. Okay. Okay, let's I am just searching for the slide which is related to the sorry, I'm not sure where it is. The Bhumi. Yeah, let me search it. So here, yeah. So here, let's move it there. So this is the one. So as you can see, here the plane starts from 12, but in the sensual sphere it starts from 1 to 11, which is relating to the Kama Bhumi. Kama Bhumi is the sensual sphere planes, which relates to world number 1 to 11, and world number 1 to 4 is the woeful plane, the hell, animal, ghost and titans over here, and the sensuous blissful plane relates to plane number 5, which is our world, which is the human world, and then goes up to the world number 11, the Paranimitta Vasavati Devas. So about this is the fine material sphere plane, which starts from the Brahma's helpers realm, Brahma's retinue or the helpers realm, and above this, which is the world number 12. World number 13 is the Brahma's ministers realm. They are also the these are the servants, Brahma's retinue or the servants, and then the Brahma's ministers or the advisors of the Brahma, they belong to world number 13. And then the world number 14 or the Maha-Brahma realm, or the one of these Brahmas or the was the Brahma who came to the Buddha and requested the Buddha to teach to all the beings. That Brahma belongs to this realm, and it is written in the Pitaka that this Brahma who requested the Buddha to teach the Dhamma, Buddha Dhamma, to all the beings, resides in this realm, and he is a Sotapanna. He has attained Sotapanna, and he is the Maha-Brahma, and is also the Brahma. These Brahmas think that they think that they are the creators of everything, because of delusion, because of believing wrongly that they are the reason for existence of everything. They believe like that, so they think that they are the creators. So about this, there is the world number 15, 16 and 17, which are the lustre realms, which relates to the second and the third jhana. Probably the second jhana is the minor lustre realm, and then the third jhana is the infinite lustre realm, and the radiant lustre realm is the third jhana, world number 17. And above this is the fourth jhana plane, which is world number 18, which is the minor aura realm. 19 is the infinite aura realm, and world number 20 is the steady aura realm. These are aura realms which is pertaining to the fourth jhana plane. And as you can see, up to from the first jhana to the fourth jhana plane, the feeling associated is sukha, or the happiness feeling. Happiness increases from the first jhana to the fourth jhana and peaks here in the fourth jhana. In the world number 20, plane number 20, the steady aura realm, the happiness peaks, and then from in the fifth jhana plane, which is the seven planes are here. From plane number 21 to plane number 27, great reward realm, non-percipient realm is the realm number 22, which is the level I attained in the fifth jhana, which is weaker fifth jhana, pertaining to world number 21 and world number 22. And the world number 22, the beings don't want to experience anything. They are just born there and then just die out when the lifetime is over, and then they are born in the other planes, generally in the lower planes after that. So above this is the world number 23, the durable abode. These are abodes from 23 to 27, because those beings, and then the serene abode, and then beautiful abode, clear-sighted abode, and then highest pure abode is the plane number 27. So 5 abodes are there, which is reserved for the non-returners or the anagamis, which we will see later. So the feeling which is pertaining to the 5th jhana or the plane number 21 to plane number 27 is the equanimity. Is not happiness, but the equanimity is experienced from very strongly, which is going up to in the world number 27 or the 5th jhana. When you achieve the 5th jhana in the strongest level, you will feel the equanimity very strongly, the strongest equanimity ever. So let us now move to the what is so special in the fine material sphere planes. Let us see about it. In the FMS fine material spheres, the sense bases, or the we generally have the 6 sense bases, as we know, of the seeing, hearing, and then thinking, or the mind door, or the here the according to the base, this is called as base. We will see later about the bases in the other chapters. It's called as the heart base, or the thinking base. Why it is called heart base is because, just give me a minute. So here, why it is called heart base is because, just give me a minute. So why it's called heart base is because the heart base is the entry to thinking. All the thinking processes is directed and connected to the manomaya kaya, or the mental body, which is for example here, which is just on the top of the heart, just below the sternum. So here it is the place where your thumb is touching when you do this type of salutation, the Asian salutation. So the thumb actually touches the correctly at the heart base here. When you touch here, so that's the place. If you can see, just give me a minute. Let me show. As you can see, that's the place here. When you do like this, that's the place. So this is the place. This is the place. The heart base is here. And this is the place where you feel the pain when you lose somebody whom you love, and when you cry too much. This is the place which pains actually. So this is the heart base is here, just above the heart, or it is in the heart itself, and below the sternum. Yes, this is the place here. As you can see, this is the place. Yeah. When you touch here, you can feel very clearly something. So this is the place, and heart base. So this is the yeah. So this is the heart base. All the thinking from the brain actually gets processed in the brain from all the 5 doors, and then and from all the 5 doors of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting and touching is all processed in the brain and then passed on to the base of the heart base, and then it goes to the manomaya kaya, or the body, mental body, which is superimposed on our physical body. We will see about this in the support lecture in this to this video. I will make the support lecture, and in the support lecture we will see the manomaya kaya, and also we will see something about the heart base. And then there is the base for seeing, base for hearing, heart base, which is also I have put as thinking also as the brain here, which is processed and sent to the heart base. And then the base of smelling, base of tasting, and base of touching. As you can see in the fine material sphere, only the 3 bases are working. For the humans, all the 6 bases are there, and for the Brahmas and the beings who are residing in the fine material sphere planes, 16 planes, which relates to the 16 planes, beings which are existing in the 16 planes of these, from world number 12 to 27. They can see the base of seeing, the base of hearing is functioning, the base of heart base or the thinking base is there, but they cannot smell anything. They don't need to smell. They don't want to smell. That's why they are there. They are born there. They don't smell. They don't taste anything. Whatever they don't taste anything, and then they don't. The body doesn't feel any pain, or the body doesn't feel any. The body of generally the pain receptors are not there. The touching is not generally very much felt, but there is the seeing is there. The hearing, they can hear, and the thinking is there here. So this is the special thing about the sense bases that are seen in the jhanas. In all the jhanas, all the jhanas generally are related to these 3, because the planes or the beings there are related to this generally, and not about smelling, tasting, or touching. So the jhanas are generally not related to, for example, in the 5th jhana, I was able to see very clearly, I was able to hear very clearly, and then the feeling of equanimity was very clear. So I don't think there is anything. The smell was weakened. Yes, the smelling was weakened. There was of course the food taste was also weakened. So whatever was given, I didn't mind to eat. I was not particular about the taste or the touch sensation or the sensation for sex or some type of touching was not key at that time. I didn't want it. And so I can say that through my experience that seeing was very clear when I walked, when I did the walking meditation in the 5th jhana. I was so the eyesight was so clear that even the ants that were walking in front of me was seen very clearly, and I didn't step on them. That was not the case before the 5th jhana. And hearing was so clear, But even though I did the walking meditation near to a busy road, the hearing was so clear, but the hearing didn't disturb me at all. I was so calm because of equanimity. And then the heart base, I felt so much metta for all the beings. I didn't want any being to suffer at that time, even now of course, but at the time it was so strong. I felt so much metta for the ants that were walking in front of me, or any animal or anything, any being, any person. I felt so much metta in the fifth jhana, so I can clearly say that these were the bases that were stronger and functioning so strongly, but these bases were weaker. Hence, as the Brahmas, it is told the Brahmas have 3 sense bases, and the beings above them also have the 3 sense bases only. Sometimes the sense bases are not there. Generally 3 sense bases of seeing, hearing, and then the mind base or the heart base is there. So yeah, and then we will see something about the Niramisa Sukha. Yeah, before that we will see something about the jhanas. Yeah, so the jhanas. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, I think we will see about the continuation of this in the yeah, so just give me a minute. Sorry. So we will see about the in the part 2 the continuation of this wholesome chittas, because and the result and the other chittas, functional and resultants, we will see in the continuation. There are much to see in this related to the we will see something about the one of the important thing that is called as the Niramisa Sukha. Niramisa Sukha we will see from the next lecture, in the next lecture. So let's finish it now. Yeah. So let's finish the lecture now. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Let all beings equally get the share of the good karmas that I have amassed from the beginning of my existence, and also the good karma that I have amassed by producing this video, this Dhamma lecture. So and also I request and beg all the beings to forgive me for any of the wrongs or the bad karmas that I might have committed to them in the past, present, and the future time frames, and then I also request the Buddhas, the Pacceka Buddhas and the Arahants to please forgive me for any wrongs that I might have done to them in the past, present, and in the future time frame, of course. And I request please the Buddhas, Pacceka Buddhas and the Arahants to please bless me to attain Nibbana as soon as possible. Thank you.